All right, guys, it is Tuesday, and I have another editorial I have a few editorials to keep going. I got editorials for every day. But right when I think I'm about to run out of editorial stories to give you, something else happens in the news, and it's like, oh. Now, the thing in Philadelphia last night, I am going to get to that. It's just I want to get to some of the older stories first and get them out of the way. But something did happen in Philadelphia, and I'm going to give you that one if you know what I'm talking about. The reason I'm giving you some of the stories about non-Leos is either it's somebody that's done a really horrendous criminal act, like those two dirtbag parents, or it's something that might give you a little bit of laugh, like the guy in Oregon who was running down by the Snake River. That was kind of funny. But so it's an interesting story that I think you might either get a grin over or go, you freaking dirtbag, you know. Just to change it up a little, keep it interesting, keep it going. But for the most part, we're going to be talking about Leos or public officials right here, right now, or public servants. Like this one here, this Georgia sheriff. She's watched Chronicles of Riddick way too much. Yeah, let's see what happened. Thank you to Newsweek for this story. A Georgia sheriff's deputy was fired after she pointed her gun at a handcuffed man's face to force him into a patrol car, authorities said. Clayton County Sheriff Victor Hill said Nicole Colleen Pitts has been terminated for excessive force during an incident that occurred, and it was around October 8th. Pitts, she's got the right name, don't she? In a news release, Hill said Pitts had arrested a suspect who was handcuffed behind his back, but the man refused to get into the patrol car. Now, this is a guy that's handcuffed behind his back. Through the arm here, over the shoulder, the back of the shoulder, I should say. Push, and he'll go right into that baby, just like, look how easy that is, you know. So she obviously didn't know what the hell she was doing. To make the man comply, Hill said Pitts held her service weapon to the man's head under his chin. Sheriff Hill said in a statement, Deputy Nicole Pitts took a suspect into custody who was handcuffed behind his back, but refused to get inside the patrol car to be transported to jail. Deputy Pitts pulled out her issued sidearm and held it to the suspect's head under his chin to get him to comply. Another deputy who witnessed the incident reported it to his supervisor, who then alerted Hill. Good job. Good job, the other deputy who reported it. According to the release, Pitts was placed on administrative leave without pay on Tuesday evening. That's around October 8th, and an internal affairs investigation was launched. The internal affairs team worked into the middle of the night on the investigation, Hill said. Pitts was terminated on Wednesday afternoon on Hill's orders. The sheriff's office did not disclose the name of the suspect Pitts had taken into custody or the reason for the man's arrest. Newsweek has contacted Clayton County Sheriff's Office for additional comment. Pitts is at least the third employee of the Clayton County Sheriff's Office to be terminated due to excessive force or misconduct in recent weeks. Former Deputy Brandon Myers was fired last month after cell phone video footage that showed him repeatedly punching Roderick Walker, a 26-year-old black man, during a traffic stop that went viral on social media. According to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, Walker's attorney said he was bitten, tased, and had a knee in his neck for so long that he lost consciousness twice during the encounters with officers in September. Clayton County Correctional Officer Gregory Hubert Brown was also fired last month for using a racial slur in reference to an inmate. Brown was placed on administrative leave without pay September 27th after referring to an inmate on suicide watch as a crazy N-word in front of other inmates and another correctional officer, Hill said in a news release last month. He was fired days later. The firings came amid heightened tensions after a summer of protests against police brutality and racial injustice, fueled by police killings of black people, including the fatal shooting of Rayshard Brooks in Atlanta, Georgia. So, just like they said, protests all during the summer. September comes, and Clayton County still doing it. Still doing it. Like the mothers don't care. 3 fired in Clayton County. You think the sheriff needs to go? Well, he's like, I fired him. I fired him. See, I keep my job. No, you need to go, man. Because you got a bunch of thugs there. Well, you keep firing them. Yeah, keep getting rid of them one by one until they're all gone. But that gets me. This sheriff, he's trying to cover his ass by going, see, we fired. She's gone. Fired her. Yeah, but what about the other 2? 3 corrupt deputies fired, and the sheriff is still sitting in his leather chair. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm not going to belabor this any longer on this Tuesday. I got more editorials to give you too, by the way. Community Leo Watch, watching Leos, that's law enforcement officers, to include cops that hold guns under people's chin from coast to coast.